All right, so 2 rules with the putty. Whenever we're doing the putty, one, make sure it's on a hard surface.
Oh, the hard surface.
Second of all, when you're done with it, just put it in here because this is like silly putty, so it'll go out and kind of expand as gravity pushes it down. So like something cloth like this is not going to be good because you're never ever going to get it out of whatever it goes in. So
this is metal.
I want you to always do it on the table. Okay? So, first exercise. Most of the exercises we're going to do is going to require you to roll it out into kind of like a sausage size. Okay? So, let's go ahead and roll it out on the table. Good.
It's a real good exercise for my arm. I really feel it too.
Oh, yeah, it'll work all the way up to the shoulder, actually, as a secondary exercise when you're rolling it, right? Good. You're doing a good job keeping your fingers open, too. That's good.
Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of, like, massage things for your hand on Amazon. Is any of that stuff good?
Depends which one you're talking about there.
Well, over here I got a shiatsu one, and it seems to work okay. But I've seen a couple of them that they say that they're hand massagers and they got heat. And I wanted to know if you had any dealing with that or anything, you know.
Some of them work, some of them don't. I mean, the one main thing I tell people is make sure it has a good return policy. Because hey, let's just face it. You know, you buy it and then it's this is junk. It doesn't work for me.
Amazon, that's good, or
yeah, that's perfect. Yeah. So the first one, keep your wrist on the table and then push one finger down into the putty. The harder you push, the harder it's going to give resistance. So don't like kill yourself trying to push it down. Just work first finger all the way through. Yeah, just push down with the point of your finger and try to get all the way down to the table. All right? So you don't have to give like max effort. But, yeah, there you go. See, that's good right there. Keep your wrist on the table, too.
That's kind of hard, man.
Well, if it was easy, then everybody would be doing exercise. Right?
You ever get somebody who just tells you, no, they're not going to do it right in your face? And after, they ever do that? Like you tell them to do something, they said no. You know?
Yeah, and I'm just like, okay, well, look, it's for your benefit. I mean, I'm going to get paid either way.
Really? They just tell you like that instead of trying it at least?
Yeah. I can't do this, or no, I don't feel like doing it. I had a lady yesterday. She's 96. She's like, I don't feel like doing it. I'm like, but why do you want me here?
96, though, man. You got to respect that age, man. 96, man.
Well, yeah.
Okay, we're going to roll it out again, or what?
Yep. Go ahead and ball it up. Roll it out. Yeah. She's like, look, I'm 96. I'm happy where I'm at. I don't need to do no exercise. I quit smoking, and that's good enough. I'm like,
she quit smoking, and that has to do. What does that have to do with occupational therapy? It's quitting smoking. What's it?
She's 96, man.
That's true,
what's
man.
What's going on upstairs? I don't know.
Let's see how good we are at 96. Huh?
Even if we make it.
Even if they let us make it.
Yeah.
Because I think they're gonna start killing off people like me who are disabled. They're just gonna say, "I'm sorry, man. You're not producing anything for this country."
Hey, on and off throughout all of society, people have had that. Like, for example, the Vikings. They had, I forgot what it's called, but they would have an older person go to the top of the cliff and then they jump off.
Really?
And they would tell people, "Hey, you're doing society a good thing because you're hard to take care of." In Britain, they have something called Brexit.
Brexit.
Yeah,
I thought that
basically
was
it's legal suicide.
I thought that was something new to talk about Britain's exit of the European Union.
Maybe that's what it is. And either way, they have something where it's legal suicide.
Ooh.
So they put you in a comfortable room, then they give you a little happy pill, and goodbye. And they tell people, it's good for society. It's a burden on us to take care of you, kind of thing.
That's terrible.
Yeah. Well, it's like, what's the value of life, right?
How about this guy, Jack Kevorkian? He made that suicide machine. Yep. Remember that?
Well, he's up in Washington State, I think. So they have actually.
He's still alive?
They have legal suicide over there. I don't know if he's alive, but the premise of his teaching is
they have legal suicide.
Yes.
In Washington State.
It's either Washington or Oregon. wherever he was at and he was practicing.
So the same finger or the
so
next
remember,
finger?
yeah, next finger. But remember, wrist on the table.
I got my nails kind of long, so that's cheating.
Well, no, because your finger still has to go all the way down to the table.
Yeah. Now, but I think that look at right now with this whole thing with what was it, United Healthcare, the CEO getting killed, and people were actually calling this guy a hero, man.
Yeah,
Because they said that you know that the insurance companies, they're all. I mean, I get it. Some of these insurance companies, they are cheap. You know,
they
they
all
are.
are. Forget
I mean,
some.
it's a bit. It's a business. It's a business, right? They gotta make money. You know, I mean, they're not there to.
Well,
They're
that's
not.
why, in my opinion, they shouldn't be in charge of people's health care.
No,
They're a business. They're not a doctor.
it should be a doctor. It should be.
But
A
either
doctor.
way, that's well, you can thank Obamacare for that
I don't
stuff.
think I don't think I've gone too far on this one, deep inside. I like the other one.
No. But yeah, I mean, that's the whole premise of Obamacare, right? Is that the insurance received power from it. You can't give power to somebody who doesn't care about your health.
Yeah, but Obama messed up because he just lowered the price without even
Look, it's a copy and paste of a socialistic policy from Europe, so
yeah,
that's all it is. Socialism and capitalism, they're not complete opposite, but they're on the opposite ends of the spectrum. So now we have a socialistic healthcare, and it's not pure socialistic, but it has socialistic tendencies to it.
I wonder what's going to happen if the United States takes over Canada. They have a very socialist.
That's not going to happen. It's not going to happen.
I think it might happen.
No, it won't. We owe too much people debt. No way will it ever happen. No.
I think it might happen.
How? How would we? We don't have any money.
People are sick and tired up there in Canada, and right now the Republican who are in charge, they actually like the idea of Canada being part of the United States. They like
the idea. It's not going to happen.
And not only that, but they're reaping our benefits. Nobody's going to attack them because they're our neighbor. You know,
nobody's going to attack them because it's too cold.
That's true, man. But it does look pretty. You gotta admit that they got some pretty natural scenes up there. You know,
it's too cold. Nobody wants to live up in what's the one that Saskatchewan or whatever.
Edmonton, where they got the ice. I'm
talking festival. About the Providences. Right?
Yeah, but they have
Saskatchewan, like it's in the Arctic Circle. You have nothing up there. Even trees don't grow.
What's this guy's name? Nanook? Nanook the igloo guy, the what? Nanook the Eskimo? Yeah. Maybe he might like it. It'd be like, yeah, this is like summertime. You know, this is some ice fishing. You know.
Yeah. Now these two share a muscle, so you can go ahead and do both of them at the same time.
They share a muscle, so that's how come these things always stick together like that. When I sleep,
that's why it's hard to.
When I sleep, I always end up like this with my hand on my chest like that.
I have no clue why that happens, but that's.
Well, they told me that you may be able to ask for a sprint to keep that thing separated like that during the night. Is that right?
Yeah.
If you could do that, is it okay if I do it one at a time?
Sure. It's just gonna be more torture on you.
Well, I'm trying to get as good as I can get right away, man, because I need to be able to get up on these stages.
Well, the real better thing is you got to take your meds, man. I know you get nauseous, you said, from the meds, but look, you got to take them. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that.
Well, now I'm getting better because I gave up coffee. I mean, how many Puerto Ricans a lifelong coffee drinker just gave it up?
My wife's Cuban, I know. And I got an espresso machine.
Oh,
I got one that's very expensive. You push the button, it grinds the bean, it pours out. I mean, the crema is perfect on it.
I got rid of the Keurig.
Yeah. Yeah, but those are cheap. Anyway.
But I love.
I'm talking. This thing's like almost a $2,000 machine.
I love it, man. I love that Keurig, man.
Yeah.
Okay, it's individual, but you got different things, so you can actually have like a whole mess of different things throughout the whole week, man. So I think that's fantastic, man. That Keurig machine. That is a great invention, I think. I mean, tú estás aquí, perdona, yo creí que tú no estabas.
Hello.
I thought you were gone.
Surprise.
There was no chain, and where's your cane? ¿Dónde está el batón tuyo? Oh, that's why. See, she always leaves it here, and she always has the chain closed. So I thought she was outside, and she usually puts a chair right at the door, propped up against the door. I thought she wasn't here. I'm sorry. I woke you up. I'm sorry. No, I didn't. I didn't mean. I thought you were gone. I thought she was gone because whenever I see that the door is open like that, and whenever I see that that the cane is inside, she got one of them standing canes. I thought she was. I'm in the doghouse, man. It was a good thing I had the chili before. She can't put some glass in there. And then when I died, they opened me up and they said, "What the heck? This guy got a chandelier inside his stomach. What happens?" She was putting glass in his food little by little.
Right. This one now you're gonna pinch like this.
Pinch
First
oh,
finger and thumb.
with the pinky and the
No, no,
thumb.
no. First finger and thumb.
Oh, first finger.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't do the dipping with this one. I
Oh, my
only did.
bad. Okay. That's what I was saying. Do these together,
Okay.
right? Because it's just gonna be torture trying to.
Yeah, it is.
You
kind
can
of
end
hard.
up
Look
hurting
at
your
that.
joint too. It's a small finger, right?
Look at that. I gotta cut my nails too, man.
Yeah. Everybody on the video is gonna be commenting. Why don't you cut your nails?
It's hard for me to cut my nails. I have to get a special thing just to cut my nails.
You should use a Dremel and just file them down.
Yeah, I got a Dremel over there, but
Yeah, I mean it works. I do it with my dogs. It's fine.
yeah.
They do that if you go to get a pedicure and the people have some fungus in their nail. That's what they use as a small Dremel.
Oh, gee, don't mention fungus to me. In October, I had a fungal infection in my face. It looked like a monster.
Mm.
Yeah, it was terrible looking, man. I didn't even leave here for like 4 months, or like 3 months, something like that. I did not leave here at all, man. I was like like them old horror movies where they got hey, Quasimodo and stuff, Yeah, so yesterday I get on stage and I say, this guy he was asking me about all these. I still had the little sticker things like for the EKG, and then so he said, "What's that?" And I said, "Well, I'll explain it when it's my time to get on stage." He was trying to use me already, as a prop. And then so I got up there. I said, "Hey, how you doing, everybody?" And I thought I was gonna be the first one. Like I told the guy, I said, "Look, I know nobody wants to be the first one, so I volunteered to be the first one." And he said, "Oh, that's very kind of me." I said, "Okay, great." So I start going over there and I start climbing up. The stage, and then he calls somebody else's name. I said, "What the?" I felt like that. I felt like that lady who they said that she was the Miss whatever Miss Miracle or Miss World or whatever, and she lost. Then they gave it to the other lady with this guy Steve Harvey. Steve Harvey was the one. Okay, so we're gonna do this like this, right? With pitching first.
Yes.
Ooh, that's a challenge too.
Well, if it was easy, I wouldn't have a job.
What do you think about that power net that I've seen that they sell on Amazon?
What are you talking
It's like a power grip thing. It's like rubber, and then you twist it, and you could expand it and stuff like that with your fingers. I was thinking of getting one of those, and I also saw this like power grip thing that is made out of. They got one that's made out of rubber bands, and another one that's made out of springs. That one looks pretty challenging. It's supposed to make your grip like. Supposed to have a grip like a ninja. I don't know what ninjas grip, but whenever they grip, I guess that's what they use. But I feel like it's waking up. These last 2 days that you guys have been doing therapy on me. I feel like if my arm and my leg have been getting renewed. So that's a good thing. I mean, yesterday I even took my walker down the stairs, and I took it with me to the club because I didn't know how long I was going to be waiting there for the Uber when I came back. And sure enough, it was a little far away. So, okay, so now I got to do the middle finger now.
Yeah.
And all the way down. I love doing comedy. You know how I got started on that? A woman asked me. She said, "You're so funny, Victor." She said, "I dare you to go on stage and do an open mic and then post it on the internet." So I did it, and I fell in love with it, man. I fell in love with it, man. I started doing my Rudolph the my Rudolph the Red-Nosed Crackhead song. That's the first thing I learned how to do. I wrote a song called Rudolph the Red-Nosed Crackhead, and it goes like this: Rudolph the Red-Nosed Crackhead had a very shiny gun. And when he robbed Fat Santa, he just had to hide and run. All of the other reindeer used to laugh as he flew by. They used to give him speedballs just to see how high he'd fly. Then one foggy Christmas Eve, the undercover came to say, Rudolph, with your nose so bright, do you have cocaine tonight? Then all the reindeer saw him getting busted on TV. Rudolph the red-nosed crackhead, you'll go down in misery. You go down, 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 down in misery. Dum-dum. And that's my Rudolph the Red-Nosed Crackhead song.
It's funny.
You like? Oh, you like that? Also, I started singing the other one, Frosty the Cold-Hearted Pimp. You want to hear that one? You like? you laugh at it even the title. I guess I don't have to. Clumpity clump clump clumpity clump clump. Look at Frosty go. Clumpity clump clump clumpity clump clump. Getting the money from them hoes.
Oh gosh. Terrible.
There must have been some magic in that old hat that day. I have a good time when I do comedy, man. You know, I forget all my pain. I forget the double stroke. I forget the back issues. I forget all the problems that I have out here. I forget about my financial problems, how everything is going up in price. I forget about everything, man, when I'm doing comedy. When I'm doing comedy, I'm just enjoying it, man. You know, it's like it's like a hug from a very well a very well endowed woman. And this one too, I got to do with both fingers or just one.
Yeah, I mean, try one if you want. I mean, it's not going to be easy at all, man.
No, this isn't easy. No,
No, and the thing is, I don't want you to hurt yourself either, right?
I just do what I can. If I feel pain, I stop it.
All right.
I'm not really getting in with the point of my finger though. I want to get back though to the way I was, man. The way we were. Scattered pictures. Yeah, that's way before your time. That's Barbara Streisand. That's the mother of Thanos. You like Marvel and Disney comics and stuff like that?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. We just watched the Captain America movie.
Oh yeah?
Last Saturday.
The Red Hulk?
Yeah.
Oh right. How was it, man?
It was alright, not bad. Yeah.
You seem like you're a little disappointed at it though. You
I
expecting more?
feel like it should have had more action.
Really, especially with the Hulk.
So
there,
the thing is, like, yeah, and then like, I mean, I don't. Do you care if I tell you? Like, I don't want to give you spoilers.
No, you can go ahead.
So like the dude with what's his name? He was the Falcon, and he's like the new Captain America.
Yeah.
So like he actually like throws knives at the Red Hulk, and they stick in and stuff. So it's like.
Oh, he was
comic-wise, the Red Hulk is supposed to be the strongest of all the Hulks.
Yeah. They done
so, like,
down.
for him to use his wing and actually cut Hulk, and the knives are sticking in him, you know, I'm kind of like,
they dumbed them down. Ever since he got beaten by Thanos, man.
Yeah, no, but Red Hulk is a different person.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that the first person who really beat him up ever was Thanos.
Yeah, you know? But see, even then, like, I feel like they dumbed Hulk down. I don't know. I feel like they did him dirty a little bit.
Kind of in that Hulk movie with Thor also.
Yeah,
I mean, they made him on the same level as Thor.
Yeah.
You know.
I feel like, all right, remember the original Hulk movie that kind of flopped?
Yeah.
What they should have done is as how that Hulk was.
But I think that Hulk was
in the Marvel movie.
I think the first Hulk was okay.
But the acting the first trash. The acting was like
who was there? Ed Norton? No, that's the second one, right? Ed Norton is the second one.
I don't know these guys' names.
The one that he was in Brazil.
But the acting and how they did all the movie flopping and stuff.
The one that he was in Brazil.
But
that was the second one.
No, I don't even remember. But anyway, the guy who did it, the acting was kind of cheesy, right?
Yeah, that's.
And then
Banners. Yeah, I know
Yeah,
who you're
so
talking about.
the acting with that is kind of lame. But then how they actually portrayed how strong he was in the original one, that's how they should have done it in the Marvel
Hmm.
one. That to me was a little better. But yeah, I mean, you gotta dumb the Hulk down because if not, Hulk is really an overpowered, you know, character. Like he used to like destroy planets. You know, it's yeah,
Yeah, I always liked it when I used to read comics back in the day when the dinosaurs was roaming the earth. I used to like to see they had one series of comics that was the Hulk doing the bidding of these guys that were called Watchers that they had like real big
yeah.
long heads. You remember that? I always thought that would be a great movie, but
There's a lot of the comics that would be a good movie.
they never developed.
But
And what am I gonna
yeah,
do now? I
but
finished that
also
one.
remember how Marvel with the original Marvels like Iron Man 1 and Captain America,
Yeah.
the first Avenger, like they had a
Mm.
lot of talking in that because there's a lot of story and character development that led up to Avengers Endgame and this other stuff. So the same thing with this movie, right? It's leading up to other movies. It's leading up to other things. So
I just think Marvel and DC they've kind of like lost it a little bit.
Marvel is it's hard to top Endgame, but the thing is, Marvel is a lot more cohesive than DC. DC, all
Well,
their movies are trash. I'm not gonna lie.
Endgame was kind of weird because I mean, really,
Okay,
something as
let's roll it
small,
out. We can
something
talk in
as
work, right?
something. Well, I was squeezing. So, how do you say? One thing I don't like about Endgame is how it ended. I mean, it was like a real letdown. I thought they were gonna just keep on beating on the guy until they killed him. You know what I mean? But and then how did they get back? Ant Man comes with his talking about what is that called? The physics and stuff,
Yeah,
and I thought that was
the
so
quantum
lame. I
entanglement
said,
and stuff.
yeah. I thought that was so lame. I said,
I
man,
thought it
if
was nice.
I don't know, man. I just was expecting something. I was just expecting them to be able to like, I don't know, just all beat up on him and find his
Nah,
weak point.
I like the cerebral aspect.
What are we gonna do
All
now?
right, now this one you're gonna take your fingers like scissors.
Ooh, that looks good.
Have fun.
Ooh, that
Here,
looks.
you can hold it with
He
this hand.
says have
You
fun.
can grab this, yeah, with the other
He
hand,
says have
and then you
fun.
can.
Ooh, yeah, I feel that, babe. That's a good kind of discomfort.
Yeah.
That's like I'm gonna be healthy pretty soon. Discomfort, it's kind of look at that how it makes my fingers just twin.
Yeah. Trembling, I like to say, is weakness leaving the body, right?
Look at that. I used to have a girlfriend like that. She was like,
You're terrible, man.
I'm just remembering, man. Ever since my double stroke, man, you know, everything's changed. What can I say, man? I mean, I even spoke to the doctor the other day, and I told him, I said, look, man, I said I'm gonna be needing some Viagra if I get if I get a girlfriend. He said, no, that's no problem. He says most of the guys your age are already taking it a long time ago. I said, really? I didn't even know that. What the heck? I mean, I thought maybe my double stroke, put me on the fast track to impotence or something. But
Well, you definitely better be taking your blood pressure pills if you want to take that.
well, the doctor, I also asked him about bariatric sleeve.
Hmm.
Is that right? Bariatrics? I don't know something.
The weight
And
loss surgery?
yeah, the one that they put something around your
Nah,
stomach
you
or
don't need
whatever.
that, man.
Well, he tells me, well, we're far away from that. We need to do a lot of tests on
You
you
would need
before
to
we do
be
that.
like 400 pounds. You're not that big. It can actually cause you to go into malnourishment. So
Yeah, I heard that. I heard that one of the drawbacks is that some people they just keep on eating, and then
well, that's
and
the
then
thing, right? Is look, it's not about look. It's very rare that people have a condition where they can't lose weight.
that's
Really,
true.
it's about what you eat.
Yeah,
Really,
and
let's face it. It's
self-control.
about self control and discipline. Like my buddy had that surgery. He was 400 and about 30 pounds.
Wow.
He was a big guy,
What do you
and
think? What do you think of that
so
lady?
then he got the surgery,
Yeah,
and then I told him he was skinny. He lost a bunch of weight, and I
yeah,
said, "Look, my guy, you gotta change your diet."
yeah.
His diet for breakfast was a sausage egg McMuffin every morning, and then hash browns, and then for lunch was
Thank
chicken
you, Heavenly
tenders and
Lord.
fries, and dinner was usually Taco Bell. I said, look, you got to stop eating this stuff. You know, like he would say, oh yeah, I'm tracking my food and stuff. I'm like, really, really. Yeah, and on the side, what you don't track is you go and have a snack wrap, you know, from KFC or something. Like, you know, you're not going to lose weight. So, long story short, he had the surgery. Now he's about 280 pounds. He's gaining the weight back. And the thing is, you've already had surgery. There is no going back.
Right. And
So
my brother had it. My brother had it, and he's lost 137 pounds.
yeah, how much is he gaining back?
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go over there, and I gotta go see my grandkids over there in Texas, probably in May. So I'll probably visit him and see how it's going, you know. But you know, it looked like an interesting kind of situation there, you know. But just like you said, you need to have
It's the
you need to have
discipline,
self control.
It's
You
about what you eat. And then on
need to
top
say
of that,
no.
it's not just starving yourself. Believe it or not, to lose weight, sometimes you have to eat more food.
Or you have to exercise. You know, which a lot
Exercise
of
is
people
about
don't.
10 to 20% of the equation. It's about what you eat. That is the biggest thing. You can lose weight and change your diet and not even exercise and just lay there all day. All right? It's about what you eat. Half your plate should be vegetables.
And then
Half.
these people,
A quarter of your plate should be nuts and seeds and then some protein. Everyone goes on these crazy diets. I'm going to eat like a pound of meat a day or whatever crazy, you know, high saturated fat. Yeah, but guess what? You can't sustain that diet and you will gain the weight back.
Well, I couldn't
So
sustain
you
it,
need
you
to
know?
have a life change.
I couldn't sustain it. You know why? Because I didn't have that carnivore diet money. It cost me $1,200 that 1 month that I did.
It's not sustainable. Again, you need to do something that is reasonable. Yeah. Just eat the stuff God made, all right?
Yeah.
Eat fruits and vegetables.
Well, God made cows too.
I didn't say don't eat the cow. I didn't say don't eat the cow. Hey, everybody loves me a good steak.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. Everybody does this, right? If this is your plate, everyone says the steak is this much, and then they put like 1 or 2 pieces of broccoli. Yeah, it should be half of your cut your plate into 4.
Yeah.
Half of it should be vegetables.
Yeah.
About this much should be, you know, nuts and seeds, and then the protein. It doesn't need to be. Look at this. You got a 50-pound bag of rice sitting here, man.
Yeah, but that's that special rice that doesn't.
There's nothing special about it.
No, it doesn't affect your diabetes. That rice.
Yeah. Okay.
That's jasmine rice.
Yeah, I'm Indian. I know all about jasmine rice, right?
Yeah,
and you got half my country with diabetes or heart conditions.
Really?
No, please. Rice is a carbohydrate. Period. You can't change that.
Yeah,
so.
The United States with all these fast food places, they've done damage to the whole world.
Yeah. All right, so I want you to practice those. Okay.
All right.
You want me to stop this one?
Yeah, that'd be good.